Welcome to the Great Coliseum of NASCAR, that is Bristol Motor Speedway in Tennessee. We're down to 2 races remaining before the playoffs for the Smithfield 11K today. Wyatt Luffman is your pole sitter. He's sucked the entire season, and all of a sudden he almost won at Kentucky last week, and now he starts first this week. Has he finally flipped the switch? Malik Vega, speaking of flipping switches, he's been a backmarker all season. All of a sudden, he's starting 4th in this race. Could he shine today? I'm Cater Johns alongside Pichu Millard. Welcome to the booth, Pichu.
Thank you so much, Cater Johns. I'm really honored to be here in the booth today.
So what are you expecting for today's Bristol race?
You know, the usual. Tons of bumping and running, tons of rubbing and racing, a lot of high-banked action, even though there are no banks on this track. All the usual Bristol stuff.
Man, we're looking forward to an exciting race. Let's get the command from Swaggy C.
Ladies and gentlemen, please direct your attention to Swaggy C as he gives the command. Drivers, start your engines and get lit!
The engines are fired here for the Smithfield 11K. And let's go over and check the starting lineup. Take it away, Pichu.
In row 1, starting to the inside with his first career pole, Wyatt Luffman, the 27, outside the 48.
On row 2, we have the 12 of Blaney and 87 of Vega.
Row 3, we've got the 42 of Donlin and 36 of Dagan.
On row 4, the 15 and the the 04 of Evan Taddy making his part-time debut in the 04.
Row 5, Tristan Diesel, the 4, and Chase Newsom, the 18.
Navarro and McCringleberry start in row 6.
Starting to the inside of 7 is the 10 of Solberg, and outside, Klaus Michelson.
And on the final row, J.D. Bregler and Sean Nova in the 17.
And here are the DNQs. Obviously, I'm not in here because I failed to qualify.
That is very tragic, Pichu. Also, Dustin Dietz tried to make his first start, and Jared Holmes, unsponsored, could not make it. Here's getting the dub presented by Fortnite. A 14-lap race on this half-mile track. A rather sunny day, though, 77 degrees. It's important to choose between the low line or the high line. Where does your car work best? Remember to use that front bumper before your competition uses theirs on yours. And also, can you pull off the slide job? We're about to find out. The cars are on the ready, Pichu.
And the green light is out. The number 27 and the number 48. Here comes the 48 on the outside, in trouble for Donlin.
That's actually Wyatt Luffman in the 27, who hit the wall early on and is going to bring it back to the garage as the 48 continues to lead here as she leads her second lap of this race with 12 to go. As the 27 is in the garage, let's see what happened. It was the 27 who moved up in front of the 87, and he has significant damage.
And we've got a big wreck already. The number 4 is involved. We got a red flag, likely, I would say. Yeah, I don't think they're going to get through that one. 36 gets out of it. Let's replay.
Here was the replay on the front stretch. Raven Dagan and the 42 made contact, and that cut the left rear of Dagan's machine down and just spun, and right in front of the 04 and 18 of Evan Taddy and Chase Newsom, and no one has anywhere to go, and they all just pile in. It's the big one entering turn 1 at Bristol, and lots of damage to these race cars, including Solberg, Michelson, and Raven Dagan, who triggered the accident with contact from the 42. As you see, Wyatt Luffman on the track here has come back, but will be 2 laps down, I believe.
Yeah, we've got red flag conditions. We'll be back after commercials.
Boy, howdy.
How you doing, fam?
I'm here to show you why Chevy has the most dependable trucks out there.
Oh. Cool.
This sexy truck was made in the year 2000. Get this, the same year I was made. This truck also won the longest truck award, which I guess we're proud of. Chevy is also #1 in reliability for the 920th year in a row.
Wow, that's freaking lit. Let me take a test drive.
No!
Welcome back to Bristol. In the garage and not able to repair their cars is the 4 of Bristol and 98 of Navarro. Unfortunate for them, but we're coming back to the green. It's the 48 and 87 on the front row. And getting the jump is Fulmer on the outside as they exit turn 2.
Malik Vega, the 87 to the inside. Can he get this lead? He jumps it to the inside, but the 48 tries to take it back. And he gets loose, I think. He might save it. Yes, he does.
Wow, that was a big save for that 87 car. Here comes the 12 of Blaney to the high side, trying to spoil the party as the 87 is having all sorts of trouble trying to keep up with the leaders now, as you see a replay of him getting super sideways off turn 2.
And he just keeps getting put 3 wide, first by the 42 and the 12, and now, right now, I believe the 15. Meanwhile, Sammy Fulmer has led 8 of the 9 laps in this race.
Oh, trouble right in front of her! Raven Dagan has spun in the 48 car. The leader has flipped on the backstretch at Bristol. Holy moly. And the 36's day is most likely done. So Raven Dagan's perfect 1.0 average finish is going to come to an end as his left rear blew exiting turn 2, Pichu.
And do you see there, the 48 car of Fulmer just flipped on her side, and then you see back there the number 12 and the 42, they also got some damage. Donlin and the 12 of Blaney, they just got damage from that.
I believe their damage will be cosmetic, we'll see, but in the garage it is the 36 and the 48. They will not be able to continue on. We're down to only 3 laps to go in this race. Who's gonna win? The 12 and the 42 side by side.
The 42 juts to the inside, slide job maybe. Here comes Vega, the 87. He's going to duck down low, duck in front of the 12. Here comes the 75 of Bregler.
JD Bregler to the lead, but here comes the 87. White flag is in the air. The 87 has the lead, the crossover by the 75 though. Coming to the line, here comes the 12. They're all going to crash. Oh my god. JD Bregler is going to get across the line first. How about that? And the 87 has wrecked with him across the line along with at least a half dozen cars. Boy, what a crazy and hectic finish, Pichu.
Yes, that definitely brings a new meaning to the phrase checkers or wreckers. The number 12 car, you see, hit the inside wall. Blaney's just going to get a top 10 finish instead of that win she desperately wanted. Meanwhile, the 75, he went ahead, tried to get the photo finish, and he did. Congrats to Bregler.
And JD Bregler, just like that, came out of nowhere. He started 15th in this race, and JD Bregler, whose damaged car will not be able to perform burnouts, is your winner here in the Smithfield 11K. He is locked into the playoffs and will not have to worry heading into Indianapolis. Here are the point standings, Pichu.
Yes, you see there in second now is the 75 of JD Bregler. Meanwhile, in 7th place, Stephanie Blaney, even though she had a dismal day, is still in. And Klaus Michelson got a top 5 finish. That's definitely going to help him getting into the chase or playoff or whatever we're using.
Also, Hingle McCringleberry in the 28 just below that cutoff. And Malik Vega had an amazing points day and is up to 10th. All of a sudden, the back marker is looking to make his way into the playoffs. Meanwhile, as you see the second page, Tristan Biesel in the 4 with 47 points got taken out very early on, and he's in a hole now. Satoru Tanaka has really dug a hole for himself ever since his first 2 consistent races. Has only gained like 2 points since after Texas. And the next race, the Pepto-Bismol 32K, the regular season finale. Who's gonna make their name known in the NASMS? Thank you for joining me in the booth today, Pichu. And next week is gonna be a thriller. Stay tuned for Indianapolis.